we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see. Let you have.
Okay. Just waiting for my opponent. Just waiting for my opponent.
All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to.
Come on. Just waiting for my opponent. Resend it. Okay, yeah, let's go. Let Ron. Good luck.
Coach, playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami.
Coach,
today
playoff
we continue
fever has
on in
immersed
Wild
South.
Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. down. Dobbins, give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
I take
They tried
that.
a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way out
Wow,
to
of
the
course you get
45-yard
hurt.
line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Double dog, that's the way. Hey, wahoo!
And they'll throw it with Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside.
Give me that touchdown.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 54 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Coming to you, coming to you. What do you want? 552, 559. Shit. 559.
Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
No.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Let him go. 22 is coming, 22 is coming. Mike. 31. 22.
From the gun, here's Watson. Being chased out left.
Come here.
Get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
We're coming.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rosen. And he will find his man on the outside. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
I'm talking about, let's go. They're wrong on you.
Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Motion, motion, motion. 47 the mic, boy, 47.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. They'll set up the screen to Drake. He got 29 yards that time.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. On 1st, here's Washington. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
That's okay.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rosen firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Both 7 the mic, both 7. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll run with Drake and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Rosen. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Rosen. He may try and run for this. And
I'll
they'll
take
get him
that.
down about 3 yards short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I'm
Boot this hoe.
players nowadays, and when
Boot
they have
this
these
hoe.
types of kicks,
Boot
then
this
no
hoe.
one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Let's make the tackle. Let's just make the tackle. That's all I want. Make the freaking tackle.
You have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you
Make
can
the
make your
tackle.
cuts
That's
with a
all I
little more
want. Make the tackle.
decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Like 22 is coming, 22's coming, Mike. Coming after you, coming after you. Switch. Check 52, and get it go. Watch twist.
Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a
No,
pretty good
no.
shot as he tried to pull that one in.
No.
Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's a defense.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep.
Give me that. No. We playing.
Be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
We get that man up. We get the man corners over here.
Take it in at the 22.
Here we go.
We get the man corners over here.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we?
Okay.
We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Rosen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And now it's Rosen looking. Oh, he's able to out-muscle.
Let's go. Now we're talking about Jordan.
His first
Show me
catch of this
something.
wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On first down, Drake. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Switch gears.
Now Rosen. And he hits Drake. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming.
What is that? Good for the play call.
Because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
They'll run on first down. It's Washington. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
On second and 9, Rosen. And he will find his man
Bust
on the
down.
outside.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from,
2-minute
where
warning.
his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Jumping. Watch the eye. Switch.
Monday. Pilot, 64, weak.
Ringo. Check 31. Check.
Monday.
On first down, Drake.
Let's go. Let's move these chains.
A solid
Let's
pickup
move
of
these
12
chains.
yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first and goal, Drake. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Check the backer.
49, check 49.
On second down now, it's Drake. Now Drake loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
I'm coming after you. Check three.
They run from the shotgun with Washington. And the hole closes quickly here. He can
All right,
find
I take my
about the
3 again.
4. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts.
I just moving these chains.
With 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Carlson able to put this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is...
No, we right there. We right there.
Trying to fool them here. Here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper
You're
than
not gonna
normal.
do that.
So even if you
Stop
run some
that.
type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right.
Let's go.
Improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll
Let's
be
go.
looking at a
I don't
3rd and
care.
short. 3rd
Go
and
ahead,
1.
run. Got that lock up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking deep for Julio. And that'll be
No, we
incomplete.
there.
Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's
Look at all
4th
them
down.
receivers.
So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in.
That's all right.
Touchdown,
That's on me.
Oakland.
Time for me to go to school.
Saquon Barkley.
That's all right.
75 yards.
He don't get off
As his
that
guys
balcony.
are back
He
with
don't
a
get off.
single score. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the...
And he will go down.
That's on me. I had him open from the start.
Tried to get away, but could not. Max Crosby. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Middle.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rosen. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Mia. Missy.
Faking the give to Drake. Now Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Give me that. Give me that.
It's a big play there for Miami.
Give me
49
that.
yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Give me that. That's Jerry
So
Judy.
now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Drake.
The Jerry
Much of a
Judy.
hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Pressure applied.
That's all right. I just kicked my field goal.
They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house.
No, not this time.
They're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with him. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, as a
What will my
quarterback, sometimes you
defense
just gotta
find
know
down?
when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Here we go.
Watson on third down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's got the first down yardage.
Come on, man. I was there for that.
Midfield. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. From the 50, it's Watson. Looking deep for Adams. And this will be incomplete. Physical
Lock
play on the
up,
football
won't
there.
let
It's second
you
down.
out.
It's been
Lock
this way
up,
most of the
won't let
afternoon,
you
hasn't it?
out.
This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team.
Locked
That's playing
up,
excellent defense.
won't let you
Great
out.
communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Like 22, like 22. Pick it up, guys. 22's coming, 22's coming. Mike. Here we go, here we go. Like 22, like 22. Woo-hoo. Whip.
Throwing again is Watson.
Give me
And
that.
that is intercepted.
Come on,
the
Madden.
sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
24 down, he's coming.
36. Check it out. Check.
That's 54.
No. Check 26, check 26. Shoot. Check. Crunch.
That's 55.
You got tight.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left.
Let's go.
And he's gonna have to
Locked
get this
up,
one as
won't
down
let
he
you
goes.
out.
Taco Charlton drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Now a second timeout called for
Locked
by the
up,
defense.
won't let you
And
out.
that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Man, I got you.
Five.
Mike 27. I'm going to run you over.
Rosen will throw. Going right side.
Give me that dot.
It's complete.
Give me that
Now
dot.
with a first down pickup of 8. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Check, 47.
Now Rosen on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
On second down, it's Drake. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the shotgun, it's Rosen.
Pass interference, Madden.
Complete.
Come on, Madden.
Let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out.
Let's stop on my heel.
Get the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in.
Won't let me out. I should have a pick, man.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, 24.
To throw is Watson, operating from the gun, going up top. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick.
Let's go. Locked up, won't let me out.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson escaping the pressure right.
Give me that. Let's go.
Intercepted. Picked off by Stephon
Finally, give me a pick.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it.
Finally, give me a freaking pick.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit...
He's got a man complete.
Let's go.
20.
They locked up, won't let you out.
Miami touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
Let's go.
But not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it up to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a
They
great way
locked
to
up,
send a
won't
message
let
to the
you
opposing
out.
team.
This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here.
Let's go right here, defense.
To the 29-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together
Let's go,
a nice sustained
defense.
drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good
Let's go right here,
finish
defense.
things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Watson on first down.
Let's go. Defense. Defense.
And he goes down.
Defense. No, man, no, you don't have time.
2 minutes left to play in this
You don't have
football
time.
game here on EA Sports. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Watson, off play action. Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go.
That's all right.
Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this
Let's
plays
go.
out. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. On first down, Washington.
Get out of my way.
He's tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
A good run there off right tackle in old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical
game.
side.
Let it
Reminds me
run.
of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.